Hello, my dear students. Let us start this class with your history portion. The first chapter of history, that is when, where, and how. Go to page number 101, 101. All right. Take your text. It will help you as you listen to the explanation so that you can mark down the important points. You can underline the important lines, which will help you to frame question answers, to prepare yourself for the upcoming examinations. So when you listen to the class, be handy with your textbook. If not, then go and grab it right now. All right. So if you look at your page 100 or 101, before we start the chapter, there are some points which is mentioned about this particular chapter. Let's read that. Okay. So history. What do you understand by the term history? In simple definition, you might have come across in your earlier classes that history, study of past. Many a times, at times, even me when I was a student, I used to ponder like, why do we need to study about past? Yeah, I used to think like, because we're living in present. So what to do by knowing about the past? Because past means something that is already over, which has taken place earlier. And as it is said that you know the times which we spent once, it will never come back again. So why do we need to study about those period, those era which are already gone? Later on, gradually, as I grew up, same, many of you may have this question mark in your mind, that why do we need to study history? What is the reason behind knowing about the past? See, today, the present that we are living in, let me give a simple basic example, okay, before I go into the chapter, so that you can relate that why do we need to study about past. Now, say today, some of you in the classroom, you are being, whenever any competitions, any program, or any event are being held in the school, you will see in your class, among your classmates, some one two of you or some of you are there, that you are always the, like, the main POC, point of contact, in that particular classroom. Anything happens, be it any sports or be it conducting the assembly, or say supposingly the teacher wants to send some of you to uh, bring some book from the staff room or whatever it is, there'll be or two student always ready, and teacher will always call them very often and not the other. Now why is that so? Why not someone else? Why that particular student? Or why in a particular program, in a particular event, in a particular sports, some students even they don't wish to at times, but teacher will come and will recommend them that why don't you join? You are good at this, you are good at that. Why are you not giving your name? Why is the teacher asking that particular student to come forward and take part? It is because of the past. That particular student whom the teacher is pointing or whom the teacher has called for, if you see, in the past has proved himself or herself, worthy of that particular thing, because of which right now at the present the teachers are calling him or her for whatever may be the matter. So that means, what I mean to tell you is that your past defines your present. So if you don't know about your past, you will always have question mark, okay, around you, that why is this happening? Why people are behaving with me like that? Why me? It's because the answer of that why is, if you search in the past, you'll get to know why. So therefore, past is very important. If you don't know about your past, you'll be blank in your present. And if you're blank in your present, your future is of no use. It's just dark. So that is what is history all about. I hope you got what I'm trying to tell you, that how important is history. So let us start with history today. Now look into your book. History can be defined as a systematic and careful study of past events, as I already mentioned you. Now, a person who conducts such studies and records the finding is called a historian. Maybe you have come across this earlier as well, but I would request you all to underline this. Okay? What do you mean by an historian? That means a person who conducts studies or who studies about the past. In simple term, if I tell you, someone who is trying to discover the past, who is trying to you know uh, come out with the findings of the past, okay, who is studying about the past, is called an historian. Now there are different types of materials and records on the basis of which these historical studies are being conducted. So all these different materials or the records, okay, we will see them gradually one by one, as we go into the deep root of the chapter. So the first topic of this particular chapter talks about history, prehistory, and proto-history. History, you all know, simple term, studying about the past. Okay, it actually talks about the period of time from no, for which the written records are available. That's called history. And by studying history, we can know the precise dates of events which took place millions of years ago or thousands of years ago. And the reason is that when these events occurred, they were documented in writings of the historian, those days historian. Okay, I mean not those historians, sorry, our historians, that means the person who studies about the past, okay, they have documented all these events. Okay, now these documents are important source of history for which we can get information regarding our past. Now I cannot go back to past, you cannot go back to past, but if we have to know about past, how do we know that? With the help of these documents. And this, okay, fine, these documents are written in a piece of paper, or they have got a kind of entry where they keep records of, all right. But there was a period, there was a time when there were no papers. I'm talking about those days, that is before the invention of paper. So before the invention of paper, where were this documented? It was written on palm leaves, on rocks, pillars, clay tablets, copper plates, bark of the beech tree. You know, all these things were used for writing. Now, along with the invention of paper, documentation or keeping a record became easier. Likewise, with the, as I told you, invention of paper, there were many such inventions which took place in the past, and because of which human life became easier. Such as some of the other inventions are invention of cart and wheel, because of which we have today all the different types of automobiles, or you can say the different types of, what do you call, transportation system that we have. Discovery of fire, and many such things were invented or discovered, because of which human life today, the life that we are living in, or we are having a a good life, a better life, as compared to our forefathers, or as compared to those people, those who lived on early period, or on during these early days. So these are some of the most important events of our past, like I repeat it once again, the discovery of fire and the invention of cart and wheel. Okay, now we do not know exactly when and where these events took place. When was the fire invented, or when was this cart and wheel invented? Then how do we so say that these things were invented on such and such day or during such period? This is all what is called the historical studies. It is the historical studies that reveals, okay, that they might have been taken place long before, at times before even the practice of documentation, or before the practice of documenting, you can say that. Now the entire period before the recorded history means that period of history when the documents, or when things were started, they started keeping a record of it. That's called recorded history. But even before that, this world exists, people existed, living being exist, right? They had their own way of living. So that period of history, that you can say the period before recorded history, is called prehistory. Are you understanding what is prehistory? The difference between history, that is study about past, simple, nothing else. It's not, I'm not talking about prehistory, I'm just asking you history, that is study about past. Prehistory, the period before recorded history. All right. So thus, in simple term, if I define, then prehistory means the entire period from the time when human-like beings appeared till the time when the practice of recording past began. Okay, page number 101, right hand side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Page number 101, right hand side, the 8th line. I repeat once again. Prehistory encompasses the entire period from the time when human-like being appeared till the time when the practice of recording past events began. Now, in order to understand prehistory, we depend on the material. The material remains of the past, such as bones, tools, weapons, pots, jewelries, various jewelry, or at times different types of cave paintings. Okay, now all these things on which we depend upon, okay, to understand our history, that is called artifacts. These things, like I repeat it once again, the remains of this bones or weapon, at times pot, coin, jewelry, cave painting, these are all called artifacts. Now, between the prehistory and the historical period, there was a period for which we have no direct written evidence. I repeat, between the prehistory and the history. History means from where written record started. Prehistory, before the written record. So, between this period, all right, we have no evidence, but what took place and how they lived and all. Now, however, if you look at the historical researchers, the text, okay, the text which is composed, they suggest that their existence and even record with a certain degree of, not exactly proper, but certain degree of precision, some of the major events of that particular period. Now, that period which is before, between this prehistory and history, that is called proto-history. In simple term, if I define, the period between prehistory and history is called proto-history. So understand this much first, just the three different things: history, prehistory, proto-history. All right. First of all, have a clear understanding of these three terms, and then we will proceed to the next topic, which is importance of studying the past event. I already gave you a small introduction about the importance of studying the past event. Why do we need to study the past? What is the relationship between the past, present, and how it is connected? So this topic we will see in the next class. For today, I will wind up here with just a simple topic, that is history, prehistory, and proto-history. So your work for the day is, what you need to do, you need to jot down your understanding in the form of points from this particular topic, whatever you have understood. All right, and I'll be sharing the same in the TLM in the campus here, so please go through that. See you then. Until next class, take care, stay safe.